Here we'll see something more interesting, and this will be useful for financial people who work for accounting, finance, or other departments. Now, an example I'll give, my date of birth is on the 30th of March 2003. If I want to find out which day of the month my date of birth was, which day of the month, I can say 30, 3, 0. Which day of the quarter I was born? Difficult. Which day of the year I was born? Again, difficult. So we'll solve these questions. We'll find out this answer by using PowerQuery. Very simply in button clicks. I repeat which day of the month I was born. I can find out which day of the quarter I was born. Which day of the year I was born, again, is difficult to calculate. So the same thing can be done in PowerQuery easily. I'll go back to my PowerQuery, which I've already loaded, that I will just rename as date 7. So here we have date of birth. Let me zoom it in. Now suppose I want to find out which day of the month. I can just go to add column, date, and I can write here as just day. I can select the option as day. So this will give me day of the month. Okay, very simple, day of the month. So let's say we have Deepak, or let's say we have Anuma. We have 13th of October, so the day is 30. But which day of the quarter he was born? Difficult to say. So there's one method we can just find out. One thing I can do is go to date option and go to this place. Let's say here and click on start of year. Okay, so if I click on start of year, see what happens. This will give me a start of that particular year. For example, 6/6/1998 was the start of the year. It was 1/1/1988. Okay, if the date was 11th of October 1993, the start of the year was the 1st of January 1993. Now it might sound like it is not useful, but if I want to find out the difference between these two, the start of the year and your date of birth, it will give you the day on which you were born of the year. Okay, I repeat. Suppose I select these two columns, the date of birth, control click, start of here, and I can go to this date option and click on subtract days. So this will give you the day of the year in which you were born. So let's say a simple example here. If you see this person who's Bhuvaneshwar, he was born on 5th of February, which was the 35th day of the year. It's very simple to calculate here. Let me rename this as day of the year. Day of year, I can remove this column right now, which is of no use. One more example. This will give you a clear picture. I want to find out these people were born on which day of the quarter. Which day of the quarter? So I have to subtract this particular day, that this is date of worth, minus start of the quarter. Minus start of the quarter. So select that column and click on quarter, start of the quarter. So this will give me start of the quarter here. Let me zoom it. And if you see 11th of October, is what is the start of the quarter? You see 1st of October is start of the quarter. Let me randomly pick up something. 7th of August. And what is the start of the quarter? We have 1st of July. So July starts as 1st. Now I can simply select that column and start of quarter. Then I can click on subtract. So this will give me day of quarter. This you have to practice a lot, and then you'll get it. So I can just right click and remove that column. So this, as I said, this is only for people who work in finance. You know this department, they want to find out which day of quarter, which day of the year. They will find it very useful. So that's very simple and easy. Button clicks. Only no coding is required. You have to understand logic. But I hope you have understood how to find out the day of year, quarter, and month in PowerQuery.